Let's go on to another issue, impacts of the pandemic. And after months of dithering, the Queensland government has now finally revealed their so-called roadmap to reopening the Queensland border. But of course, as I said last night, it's really more of a roadblock, with the gates to remain shut until December the 17th.
It's not harsh because Queensland's a big place and they would have to travel through multiple towns and stop at multiple spots along the way. I make no apologies for that. It is going to be tough, but they just have to wait a little bit longer and people will be reunited.
A little bit longer? You'll be waiting another 59 days if you're waiting to get to your home state without quarantining. It's another example of the cruelty and heartlessness shown by the Queensland Premier, Anastasia Palaszczuk, and her Chief Health Officer, Jeanette Young. We've shown you plenty of examples of this throughout the pandemic. They refused to let Mark Killian see his dying dad until media campaigning helped out in the final moments, even though he was fully vaccinated, of course. And we showed you footage of these two sisters kept apart by that flimsy plastic border blockade while kids jumped over the temporary fence behind them. My next guest is one of the 11,000 Queenslanders stranded in New South Wales. Karrina Kemp spent weeks living in a tent with her 3 children, waiting to get across the border. She's now stuck in hotel quarantine in Brisbane, and the whole ordeal has cost her a fortune. Thanks for your time, Karrina. You had all those months living in a tent in Ballina trying to get home, but you got a permit, then had to fly to Sydney, back into Queensland, and not only having to endure quarantine with your 3 children, it's costing you a bomb as well.
Yeah, that's right, it is. So we had to fly from Ballina, and I thought we'd just do a straight shot across into Brisbane. No, got to fly into Sydney and then Sydney to Brisbane. So the flights were, I think, for the 4 of us, $1,300. And fine, sorry. And then I had to transport my car, which was another $1,000, and the cat, that was another $1,000. So yeah, it's been quite expensive.
But you're a Queensland family, you have a home that you're paying rent on in Queensland, you're fully vaccinated, and this is the way your own government treats you.
Yeah, that's pretty poor, and I think un-Australian, really, to be honest. So it's, you know, not like we're coming from a third world country. I think some of them have more rights than we do at the moment.
Yeah, but you would have been prepared to drive home, obviously prove your vaccination, have a COVID test presumably. You would have been happy to isolate at home for a while. You would have done whatever was reasonable. Instead, you've been forced into this costly delay. Must be horrible for the kids.
Oh, they're very frustrated. So especially my youngest, that's the one you heard before just then. He's very frustrated. My older 2, they're not too bad, except probably my oldest son. I think he's probably feeling it more than my daughter. But the youngest, he flooded the hotel room on us this morning. So,
oh God, what, only 12 days to go or something?
No, we have 5 days left. So we're technically over the halfway mark. So
good on you. Good luck. Thanks for sharing your story with us, Karrina. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That's Karrina Kemp there in hotel quarantine with her 3 children. Honestly, a state government can do this to its own citizens. What a country we are at the moment.